Good morning, everybody. I don't know what was going on there, but hey, welcome to the FMP Morning Show. My name is John, and I don't know if my microphone is on. Yes, it is. Fantastic. It has been a rough start to the morning, so please bear with me. In fact, there we go. See if we can brighten the day. All right, so we've got a bunch of news to cover today, a lot. And I'm going to do my best to try to get through it as fast as possible. So buckle up, and we are going to get knee deep in this right away. So while we wait for Games Workshop to update their Warhammer community page, since they never do it when I need them to, let's talk about a couple things, and then we'll get rolling for sure. So first up, this is the dream, to have your own creation, your own, well, at least my dream, I should say, your own Space Marine chapter recognized by Games Workshop and become official canon. And sure enough, now in this case, this is the White Dwarf team has come together and over a period of time have been working on and building their own chapter, painting all the models and all that, and working on all the lore. And now the Tome Keepers have become an official chapter. And the only other ones that I've known to become official chapters through some weird things, there's the Shadow Wolves. They have the same space or same insignia as Ragnar Blackmane, except the background, instead of yellow, is it's kind of like a magenta, maybe even a little pink. I'm gonna lean more towards a magenta. And then the wolf's head is silver, and that was from Aaron Dembski Bowden. His wife had painted up a chapter, and one of his short stories that he wrote for Black Library was centered around the Shadow Wolves. So that's how his wife's Space Marine chapter became official. So that's how you get, that's one of the many ways that you get him in there. And, you know, someday I'm hoping that I can get my Space Marine chapter put in, but you never know. Anyways, so from I understand that there will be some data sheets and stuff from the White Dwarf team, and that will be in this month's White Dwarf. So that's kind of cool. Kind of jealous, I'm not going to lie. All right, so let me talk about some rumors that have been dancing around after I take a drink. All right, as I mentioned before, we announced last week or the week before, and I think everybody knows that once a month for the next 12 months, we at least have it on very solid authority that for the next year, this event, this promotion, whatever you want to call it, is going to be taking place. And every month, you're going to be able to go into your local Warhammer or Games Workshop store, and provided that they still have them in stock, which I missed out on, at least I think I did, I'm going to check with my area stores, they will be giving out once a month a free miniature. This month, November of 2020, is a Witch Elf. And this is a Witch Elf that we saw a preview of earlier this year. And this is where the rumor is going to lead into. And so you can go into the store, get this free model, as long as they still have it. And there's probably going to be an associated painting contest that's going to go along with it. Don't expect, like prize support or anything unless they decide to give out very snazzy certificates, which is likely what's going to happen. Games Workshop doesn't really give out prize support. I can't remember the last time they've given out actual product prize support since, the last Ard Boys tournament, which was like maybe 2008-ish, 2009. Yeah, something like that. At any rate, so these models are coming out now. They didn't say, and I think I have to make an amendment to what I said, that these free models are going to be strictly Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They're going to be Warhammer 40,000. I said it looks like they're going to be centered around the Age of Sigmar Broken Realms narrative that's going on right now. That started this month. In fact, I think the books dropped this week. Yes. Broken Realms Morathi drops this weekend. So my guess is, since this is their quote version of the Psychic Awakening, which I'm not going to actually say that's what it is, but essentially that's what it is, but they're probably going to do a better job of executing it, that over the next year we're going to be seeing primarily Age of Sigmar models that are associated with the Broken Realms. But as some people have pointed out to me, that it's very likely that they're going to roll in Warhammer 40,000 in there. So do we know 100% sure? No, but there is some evidence. I'm getting to that. So centered around that, around the last preview, one of the previous previews this year, they showed off a host of models. No, you don't have to purchase anything, Texas Wargamer. Good morning. So they've got a host of pictures that came out, or images this year, for a number of Warhammer 40,000 new models. We know that amongst those models was a Nurgle model, a Death Guard model, a Orc model, a Dark Eldar model, and an Adeptus Mechanicus Skitarii model. And a lot of rumors are flying around now that, hey, those are going to be the models that are going to be given away for free. I don't think so. Those models were they were not base models. They had that appearance of being very specific, very specific. What do you call it? They looked like character models. And the reason why the first bit of evidence that leads towards that is that all the images that we saw of the Death Guard model is the model that's going to be released, that Terminator Captain or whatever Terminator Lord that's going to be dropping with the Death Guard book in about a week or two. That, I'm about to sneeze, so I'm really... Okay, sorry. So anyways, that's going to be dropping with that book and that new miasmic malignifier, that terrain piece. So that kind of leads it to, those images weren't for that. They still could be. Very likely those are going to be something totally separate for to be associated with the releases of those codexes. So everybody's codex for Warhammer 40,000 is getting not only a new model, right? They're also getting their codex and new data cards and that sort of thing. So my guess is that those images that we saw weren't for the free models. I have a feeling the basic models we're going to see, at least in the beginning, there's going to be an Assault Intercessor. There's going to be a Necron Warrior for 40k. There's probably going to be an Orc Boy, and then that's where we'll stop. I don't know from there. Remember, we only have this free model for a year. And this going into this year, besides the 40k releases, there won't be a big 40k event necessarily, because Age of Sigmar is now taking center stage. Last cycle we had Psychic Awakening. This cycle we have Broken Realms. So look at that being the main focus. So I would say at least over half of the monthly releases, free miniatures, will be focused on Age of Sigmar for the Broken Realms. They still might toss in some 40k. I don't suspect that much. This one right here, like I said, is centered around Morathi. So release that's very fitting. Next month, when we see if it is next month that we're seeing a new Broken Realms, because we don't know if Broken Realms is going to be every month like they did with Psychic Awakening, or is it going to be once a quarter? No idea what's going to happen. We have no roadmap for the future right now for Broken Realms. Not like my sources. I've got 3 different sources now that are very reliable, and they don't even know. I even checked with a couple, just kind of peeking in on a couple other rumor sites and YouTube personalities. Nobody is talking about rumors and leaks. It's really, really odd what's going on. So what we do know that is going to be changing every month around the Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar blanket genres or themes is the coin that you can get every month. We already talked about this. I'm not going to go in length, but we know that there's going to be each month there's going to be a new iconic symbol for either 40K or Age of Sigmar. So there we do know there's going to be variation. How is it going to be an even split? Is it going to be uneven split? No idea. So we're just going to have to keep our eye on the ball because, just 40K alone, I think it's got like 21, 24 factions. So we're not going to get, not everybody's not going to get something. I would really kind of lean more towards, there might be like one coin per, not set, but game type. So Age of Sigmar, 40K, we'll probably have Kill Team, Adeptus Titanicus, and I think that's it. Oh, Necromunda. And then we'll have, of course, did I say Age of Sigmar? Let me try again. 40K, Kill Team, Titanicus, Aeronautica Imperialis, and Necromunda. So we got 5 there. Then we got Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Underworlds. I don't know. Warcry, Underworlds, maybe Lord of the Rings. And that's maybe 5 to 10, or it might be around 10. So who knows, guys? I really don't know what it's going to be. The only reason why I say we know there's at least 12 going on for the next year is because once you get 6 coins, you can get the Blood Bowl. Thank you. So now we're at 9, 10, 11. I don't know. I already lost count. So thank you, Poseidon. I'm not even going to try it. I'm just going to butcher that. At any rate, that's what we're going to probably see going on there. If this is not even important to you, okay. So before I dive back into some 40K, Age of Sigmar, even Blood Bowl releases or news, let me talk about Blood and Plunder. You guys know I've talked about Blood and Plunder before. It's been quite a while. If you like playing kind of historical games, Blood and Plunder is from Firelock Games, is basically a miniature war game on the high seas during the 17th century. It's got pirates. It's got pirate boats scaled for your crew, literally. They've got multiple modes of play where you can have ship-to-ship battle, ship-to-land battle, land battle, or even multiple scenarios. The reason why I'm bringing this up is they've got a new set. I already forgot what it's called. Gosh darn it. Let me see if I've got it on my secret hidden link. I do not. Oh, Queen Anne's, I think it was Queen Anne's Revenge. And then they've got a new set coming out also with those of you that are fans of Blackbeard, the pirate, or the TV show Black Sails, TV show that was on, I think, Stars. They've got a set that's coming out for that. And some of these new sets are going to be going from the white soft metal that they've been using to some plastic, multi-part plastic kits. You know what I mean? So it's something to keep an eye on. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it because I know we do have a large number of individuals that do watch the channel or have watched me over on Havoc Maker Studio and watched me painting miniatures for Houston Buccaneer. So there are a lot of new models that are coming out and a couple new supplements that are coming. I don't think either the two new supplements are out yet. Okay, no Peace Beyond, the line that's already out, but is it the Queen Anne's Gambit? I already forgot what it's called. I totally apologize, guys. I just got done reading this earlier. Maybe they'll have the news. Excuse me. No, gosh darn it. That's embarrassing. Anyway, so we also got Captain Jack Sparrow is going to be getting a miniature. There's a lot of awesome stuff coming down the line. And when I say that you can actually have a ship, let me see if I can find, ships. They've got ships of all sizes, and these boats are essentially scaled for warfare, or for miniatures. These are not little tiny ones. Here's an example of a Corvette. And, well, you can't see real well. It's not, see if we can put it in a new tab there. Yeah. So there's a 28 millimeter miniature about the size of an Imperial Guardsman right there on the, oh man, I can't even think of the name of this, the rear of the ship. The bow, forecastle, the butt end. Regardless, that's just something for you guys. I just wanted to point out there. Okay, so let me move over to Marvel Crisis Protocol real quick. We'll bounce back to Warhammer 40,000. I want to talk about a upcoming rumor, and then we'll bounce back and forth. So we've already covered the Inhumans that are coming out for Marvel Crisis Protocol from Atomic Mass Games. And we just got images or kind of sneak peeks of what's coming up very soon. Please do not take the Inhumans TV show from ABC, I think it was, the failed TV show, as a sign that the product line is going to be bad, because Inhumans in the comic books really awesome. They did some major shakeups in the comic book line. Lots of people died on both sides. Lots of mutants died. A lot of conquering different stellar nations and such. I mean, it's gotten really crazy. So the TV show might not have done well, but I've already shown you guys the miniature for Medusa and Black Bolt, the king and queen, if you will, of the Inhumans. So we knew that some of the sneak peeks that we saw earlier last week, that these two characters, Crystal, that's the young lady on the left, and Lockjaw, the gentleman on the right. Yes, the big dog is a man, is a person. Those models are coming. So here's Crystal. Let's see if I can. There we go. Her haircut aside, the model's like pretty freaking awesome. Probably one of the most dynamic miniatures that they have made so far. I think it's. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, it's the most action posed model from what they've started with, from the core box with the 10 characters in it, which is a very good deal, by the way, to this right here. This is absolutely bonkers crazy awesome. I am super excited about. I'm probably not going to get the miniature because I'm very picky on the models that I get, but the fact that they're going this direction with these dynamic poses for these individual miniatures, and you don't have to have these big armies, by the way. It's so breathtaking. I'm really super excited about this. And then, of course, we've got Lockjaw. And Lockjaw is a very happy dog. And you might be like, oh, why did they make him look happy? If you've not watched any of the, Avengers? You're fine, Nom. If you're never watched Avengers, gosh darn it. There's a cartoon on Disney Plus. Avengers Assemble, maybe? Or if you never read any of the comic books or anything like that, Lockjaw is a very happy dog. Man. Why I say man is because Inhumans, if you missed last week's show, the Inhumans, well, they start out human looking. They're kind of an offshoot engineered race. I think it was by the Kree. And they will go through, I think it's like a rite of passage. I don't even think they all have to do it. I think it's a choice. I'll have to look into that. It doesn't matter for right now. But when they get exposed to the tetragon mist, they will go into like a cocoon, and then they'll emerge changed. So like Medusa, her outward appearance, she's one of the lucky few. Nothing really big changed, but her hair is like this super, she can control it. And it's very strong, physically, like lifting strength and then tensile strength. Black Bolt got really buff. Well, not buff, but he got really durable, I guess the best way. He can take some damage. Basically, super toughness, super strength. He can fly. More importantly, he can't really talk, because if he did, it would be cataclysmic. It would destroy. It's like the word of God, in a sense. And then we got people like Lockjaw got turned into this dog that can teleport. I think he can also do a couple other things. I think he can shoot like a beam out from that resonating fork there. So that's why I say him. Lockjaw is a person. So to think of him as a dog is wrong, but I'm just not even going to get into it. I'm sure some furry people out there is like, John, this is amazing, or John, this sucks. I don't know. So that's what's going on with Marvel Crisis Protocol. Now, by April of, or I think it was with all the previews that we've got, by I think April or March or April of 2021, we're already kind of slated with, I think it was around close to 18 characters that are going to be coming out. This is going to push us closer to 70, gosh darn it, 70 characters in total for the game. And the reason why I keep pushing this, guys and gals, and we're going to go into this in just a moment. I'm going to have to change screens here. But the game itself is free rules. Free rules. You can go to Atomic Mass Games page, get the rules for free. And the reason why I talk about this is because not too many games give you free rules. The only thing you need to buy are the miniatures, which give you the character cards. You're done, technically. Now, you're going to want their dice. It just makes it easier. Do you have to use their 8-sided dice? No. It makes it easier to get those dice, or to use those dice. But that's all you need to really go with. So when I say go to Atomic Mass Games, and the rules, like I said, it is free. It is a free PDF that's updated with all the errata. I mean, guys, you're just missing out. You can at least take that time while you're sitting on your golden throne, guys and gals, while you're sitting on your golden throne, and instead of looking at cat videos like me, you can sit there and look at the rules, get a good idea of how this game plays, and then get invested in it. It is an inexpensive game to get into. Very inexpensive, especially considering when you look at, say, Warhammer 40,000. If you want to be playing a competitive game, or that natural size, or the casual size, no, the regular size game around 2,000 points for Warhammer 40,000 or Age of Sigmar, you're going to buy yourself the rulebook, right? Which is $60. You're going to buy yourself your codex or the battle tome. That's another $40. Then might get the data cards, but we'll leave that out. Then you're going to need your army. So you already spent $100 just on 2 books to play the game. Now you need to get to your army. You're probably going to be spending about anywhere from, I think Games Workshop, if I remember correctly, when I used to work there, you spend your first year on your first army approximately $800. That's why they're always constantly recruiting when you go into the stores. Hey, what can we help you find today? That sort of thing. Those new customers spend about $800, and then every year after that, it kind of dwindles down. That's why they want you to come. They want to get more people recruited all the time, because that's $800 a month. You get 10 people, $800, or not $800, $800 a year. 10 people, that's $80,000. Am I doing it right? $8,000. Sorry, $8,000. Guaranteed pretty much for that year. And then you have everybody else that are coming back, and it just builds and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks. I might not be doing my math right, but I'm very positive it's $800 a year. Now this game, you don't even have to get the core rule book or the core game. It just to your benefit, because you get 10 characters, you get the physical copy of the rules, the dice, the measuring rulers, and you get terrain and the cards. Everything you need is right there, and you could stop right there, but you only have to buy the models every month if you want new models, and you don't even have to buy them. You can mix and match. There's no codex. There's just no battle tomes. It's great. Everything comes either in the core box or comes in the character boxes. And the character boxes are usually around anywhere from the lowest is like $25 for like one guy, up to I think 40 now has been the highest, and that was like Thanos by himself. So that's just something to consider. The reason why I keep mentioning it, guys, is I really want you to be able to take advantage of some really good games out there. The other one I wanted to talk about was Malifaux. Oops. Let's go with Malifaux Miniatures. Noms Cloud said Thanos was $60-ish, but he's also a very, very big model. He also comes with terrain. So I've talked about Malifaux recently, and I totally missed this last year. So I'm going to get this on the Facebook page here for FMP Wargamers, and I will get it in the link for those of you that are watching this on YouTube. The link should be somewhere down below. So Malifaux last year put out their 3rd edition, and they made those rules for free. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because there's a lot of new models that are supposed to be rolling out, and especially with the holiday season, Black Friday coming up very soon. We know that Weird Miniatures or Weird Games has in the past done holiday deals, and I'm bringing this up because I want you guys to be aware that they're very likely going to be having some Black Friday sales. Now, if you have not seen these miniatures, their miniatures are actually, they're now very high quality plastic miniatures, multi-part plastic kits, and I have to say are really, really stunning miniatures. I am always pleased with it, even the most bizarre ones. Now, we're only seeing like 3D renders here, but the game is very beautiful, very stunning, and it plays nice. It plays very easy, kind of like Marvel Crisis Protocol. You don't have to sit there and invest in thousands of dollars for your miniatures and codexes and all that. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've got, like I said, the link for the rule book and for the different factions. They're all their updates, and it's all free. So I'll get that in the description on the FMP Wargamers page. If you haven't been there before, just hit the follow button. It really helps us out. Or check us out on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything to hit the subscribe, and I'll have that link there as well. So I really super appreciate it, guys. But like I said, I'm only bringing this up because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be rolling out very soon with deals, and we're going to be covering that as we get closer to Black Friday. We'll probably have a Black Friday announcement on the Facebook page, and then once a week, so probably Monday, starting this coming Monday, and then the Monday after, I'll just be doing updates like, hey, here's 22 more sites that are giving away deals for Black Friday. Expect a deluge of Black Friday deals coming, except forget about Games Workshop. They're just not going to do stuff like that, really. I mean, they'll try something, because the last year when they did the Sisters of Battle, it was really good, so they might try something, but don't expect it to be something like these other companies where they're given discounts, or they'll have limited time only models, that sort of thing, like other companies do. Games Workshop doesn't need to do that because they are just a global powerhouse. So anyways, moving on from there. So we already did go that. I had somebody ask me, they sent a message asking about Blood Bowl. So let me roll back to Blood Bowl, and we can talk about that real quick, because Blood Bowl Season 2 is coming out, or second season. I don't know why they didn't just say Season 2. I don't know. Nope, that's not what we want. So I wanted to talk about the pricing, because they were like, hey, did you get any word on what all this stuff's going to cost? I did get word. I did indeed. So I'm going to give you guys a breakdown soon as I can find the article. I accidentally clicked off of it. That's my bad. Let's see here. Jesus. There we go. Good gravy. So Blood Bowl second season. If I say season 2, please just ignore, just assume I said second season. All right, so the box set itself. So here's where I wanted to talk about. We now have confirmation that there are going to be limited allocations for the upcoming Blood Bowl second season edition release. So I've got those, and I've got pricing, U.S. pricing, so you guys might have to tweak that for your own country, because I know we do have about at least six or seven different countries. Off the top of my head, I can't think of them. So let's see here, second season edition this one now has no allocation. So the core box, what we're seeing on the screen, is that's not gonna be suffering from any sort of allocation. So that's a good start, and it's only $140. Which you're like, $140, Jesus, that's so expensive. But you're getting two very large teams with the star character and the big models, the biggins, on both ends, plus all the icons for them, and a hardback rulebook. So for $140, that's a gosh darn good deal. And as I've talked about before, you might have not have been happy with the game in the past, but they've pretty much taken 25 plus years or approximately 25 years of FAQs, errata, and playtesting to come up with probably the most balanced and refined version of Blood Bowl, which is big news, because if they've made a balanced game, then whatever process that they did there, Warhammer 40,000 might finally take notice. Age of Sigmar might take notice, and we might start seeing balance in the future. I'm going to hold my breath, but we'll cross our fingers. And that's the other reason why I like Marvel Crisis Protocol. It's balanced. It is balanced. Super balanced. Good morning to everybody. Also, I see live chats moving. Let me get through this. So here starts the allocation. So if you don't want the big box, because you already have your teams, you have your dice, you have your cards, you have all that stuff, you just need the rulebook. So the rulebook is allocated to 5 per store. Now, this is just your friendly local game store. This is not going to be your Warhammer or Games Workshop stores. I don't know what those allocations are, but I imagine at least double of matching or double of what is available for everybody else. That is a hardback rulebook for $50. There's only 5 per store. Then we got the Necromantic. Oh, that's the book right there. Let me go to, I'll come back up to the cards. So the Necromantic horror team is allocated to 2 per store. Those are running at $42 US. So that's a $2 increase over the past couple years. The teams used to be even cheap. They used to be cheaper than that, but about 2 years ago, I want to say 2017, 2018, they went from $40 to $42, or no, they were at $40, now they're at $42 per team. Small increase, not unexpected. So then the Spike Journal, let's see here, Spike Journal allocated to 2 per store, $15. The team dice, where's the team dice? Here we go. Team dice. Oh, those are cool. Look at those dice. Look at that smiley. Oh man, I might want to get those dice just because that's awesome looking. $15 for the dice. What else we got there? The team cards, $15, and that the new pitch is $47. Good gravy. Oh, special plays card. Sorry. I didn't get those cards right there are $15. Special play cards are $27, but that pitch, double-sided pitch, Jesus, $47 for a cardboard board. Jeez, God. I'm sorry, that's just surprising. And the Tree Man, is this one available? Yes, Blood Bowl Tree Man with that badass squirrel that I wanted. And now I'm going to have to buy this. How much is this going to set me back? $32 just to get a stupid squirrel. F my life, man. F my life. Anyway, so starting here, allocated to 1 Spike magazine, allocated 1. All of this snazzy, or sorry, 2 for the Spike magazine. All these, the dice, the cards, the pitch, all allocated to 1. The Necromantic Horror team is allocated to 2, and the special play card, which is $27 for some reason. Jesus, $27 allocated to 1. And it looks just many cards as, you know what? Whatever, Games Workshop, you do your thing. So there, hopefully that will answer the gentleman's question about the pricing. I know I could have sent it to him in a reply message, but I wanted to get it here on show. Some of you might have really wanted to see what those prices were. I need to do an update. I did a bad, and thank you, Doc. Not sure how to say your first name. I don't want to say your last name, but George, whatever the German version of George is. But thank you, George. Doc George. I'm just gonna say Doc George. Anyways, so we don't know all the rules yet. My impression, I'm not going to change my opinion right now because of the way that Warhammer 40,000 is treating terrain. I think it's still, you're not going to see it all that often, regardless of what mode you play. I don't think you're going to see it all that often. It doesn't make it bad. I just think that there are, especially on the competitive side, which we talk about a lot here, you're not going to see it in play that much, because there are way too many other options that are way too much more beneficial than a static piece of terrain. Terrain can work in Warhammer 40,000, but it's generally, I see it more for scenarios that center around attacker-defender versus what basically comes down to match play, me against you, who can score the most points. So I know I angered a couple people. I'm not going to take back my statement. I don't think we're going to see it all that often. But thanks to Doc George, he pointed out in the new core rulebook. Where's my core rulebook? Oh man, I'm going to break my wrist trying to lift this big book. In the core rulebook, under the detachments, this is where I was wrong. Nobody would want to take a fortification detachment because it eats up a detachment. And I don't know if, we're still limited to 3 detachments. Oh, I could check my book. See here. Yes. If you're playing Strike Force, which is around the 2,000 point game limit that most people play, that's what most people aim for when they're playing Warhammer 40,000. Not Kill Team or Apocalypse, but usually 40k. You're limited to 3 detachments. So giving up a detachment slot is bad, but in this new system, not so bad anymore, because you're not taking a lot of detachments. The reason why is because you're paying command points, those very valuable resources, to get additional detachments. However, the fortification network does cost 1 command point, and you're allowed to have up anywhere from 1 to 3 fortifications. The difference is you get there's a command benefit that gives you, basically, if it's a terrain piece that matches your warlord, you're getting refunded that command point. So you're not spending anything. So in a way, yes, you're saving because you're not wasting a command point, provided you're getting the correct piece of terrain. But boo, because you're giving up a detachment, which it looks like with 4th edition, most people are running a single detachment now. Most of the events I've been seeing is single detachments, where last edition it was 2 to 3 detachments to maximize command points and efficiency to get around the rule of 3 and whatnot. That still does not discount the fact that not a lot of people, and I'm gonna say not a lot of people, vast majority of Warhammer 40,000 players don't use terrain. Age of Sigmar players, yes, because it's 0 to 1 free. Doesn't cost you any points to run their terrain. Warhammer 40,000, it does. So, spending those points for that one piece of terrain, 150 points, 75 points, 50 points, that's expensive. So at the end of the day, they're once you walk away from your buff, your terrain piece that buffs you, its use is now out the window. You've just now wasted 50 points for nothing. Where you could have spent 50 points, or my guess is it's going to be 125 points. 125 points that's a squad. That's a squad of guys that can go out and do something, claim objectives, whatnot. That's basically what I'm trying to get to. Is it going to be useful? Yeah, very likely. Somebody's going to find use and joy out of it. We only have one of probably 4 to 5 abilities. Or we know that there's actually 2 abilities that it'll blow up if it's destroyed, and which could destroy things or hurt enemy units nearby. So we got 2 out of probably, let's go and bump it up, let's be generous, say 6 abilities. 5 to 6 abilities. So it could be really good. And there's likely going to be more, and I already said that last time, that there's going to be more than just that 1 or 2 abilities. I just don't think it's going to see a lot of play. That's my personal opinion. If you don't like it, then enjoy your own personal opinion on it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having your own opinion on the matter. All right. So the other rumor, let me see if I can pull up my document. Okay. The other rumor was that Games Workshop is going to be pushing out a number of more exclusive models that did not hit this year. There's models that they've put out over the past 2 to 3 years, exclusive models, like a Canoness for Sisters of Battle. There's a couple lieutenants from Primaris lieutenants that did not. They were like web store only, or not web store only. They were birthday celebration or store celebration only, and that those models. And I think there was that. Oh, that was an exclusive model. Regardless, there were some exclusive models that came out, and you had to be pretty much in the vicinity of a major event or a Warhammer store when they were opening. Not when they had their birthday, but there's also the birthday ones. At any rate, that this fall, this Christmas season, probably closer to Black Friday, they are going to be releasing these models for limited time, limited quantities. So be paying attention. So if you're wanting, let's say, exclusive Space Marine Sergeant. Yeah, there we go. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well that was a bad one. Let's say Lieutenant. I'm just gonna stop. Oh, there's one right there. So I don't know if you guys, if it's popping up there. So instead of paying $60 for one off of Amazon, the Sergeant or Lieutenant Amalius, you can sit there and secure yourself him probably for $35 through their site. So just that, and mind you, it's a small update, but it is an update, guys and gals. That, or a rumor that those are going to be available. That includes the Sisters of Battle. I believe there was a Witch Elf. There was, of course, God knows how many lieutenants for Primaris Space Marines. So expect something along that lines to pop up, and it's just a way for them to capitalize on, well, the holiday season and to get more traction on their web store and in their stores. Because they've taken, I think, so far this year, at the very least, the beginning of the year, before the end of their fiscal year. I know it sounds confusing. The end of their fiscal year is the end of May. So from the time that this whole thing started, this pandemic thing started, till May, they had at least a £10 million loss. However, they were still up with the £70 million gain. So they lost the year before. They did 80 million. This, I guess, the end of it's so confusing. The end of their very last fiscal year was they were down 10, but it was still up. They were still in the green, if that makes sense. So they need to capitalize on that, because this pandemic, they had to actually shut down for even a longer period of time. and they're still getting hit hard. They're still not getting that much traffic. If anybody's getting traffic, it's the friendly local game stores. So the reason why I keep harping on this is because they're going to be rolling out probably a variety of deals that we normally don't see. It's normally we go, okay, there's going to be the holiday battalion boxes. There's going to be some paint pots, a probably special or ultimate edition of all the paints, some fancy brushes, some other fancy knickknacks and stuff, some calendars and all that kind of stuff. We're going to see that normal stuff that they always put out, the novelty items that come out at Christmas, but to compensate for the low sales and also to kind of trigger like, hey guys, get this model in our store or free on or not free online or on our web store. Oh, if you pay a little bit more, you can get free shipping. Basically, it's like, oh, they're doing me a favor by releasing this hard to get model or this model we may never see again. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and buy some more. Why not? It's really a good hook. They're really good at their sales pitches. They're subtle ways of enticing us to buy from them. So watch for it. Watch for everybody. I am going to keep you guys updated with all the Black Friday deals, especially from the ones I was talking about today. So of course, everything from Games Workshop. Don't expect any really big special pricing. Just expect amazing models or special sets coming out for the holidays, like they normally do. But we'll have Black Friday deals being watched for everything from Malifaux, especially Malifaux, Atomic Mass games for Marvel Crisis Protocol, even War Machine and Hordes. I'm going to just kind of keep an eye out there. We've already been talking a lot about not Final Fantasy, Fantasy Flight games every time. Fantasy Flight games with Star Wars Legion, Star Wars Armada, which is getting their updated edition, if you will, with Separatist and Galactic Republic. And of course, X-Wing is getting a bunch of stuff all by the end of the year. Blood and Plunder from Firelock Games. There's a lot of games. Heck, there's a new Franco-Russian or Russo War Miniatures coming from Perry Brothers. They got brand new sculpts for those of you that do historical wargaming. There's a lot coming down the line, guys and gals, and I'm going to do my best to stay on it. We will probably have a couple, at least once a week, some Black Friday deals. How many more weeks do we have before Black Friday? Let's find out. So next Monday, pretty much every show, I'm going to give you guys updates, and then I'll update the FMP Wargamers Facebook page, and all the way up until the 27th. That's Black Friday. Oh, yikes! So we're 2 Fridays away. All right. Well over what I wanted to do for the show, but thank you for sticking around. I super appreciate it. And look, I know that it's 2020 and it's been rough, and I know that today is Friday the 13th, 2020. Be safe out there, because there's going to be some stupid stuff going on. People are like, oh, well, it's just Friday the 13th. They're subconsciously, some people are probably going to be doing stupid stuff, or they're just going to blame it. Well, it's 2020 and it's Friday the 13th. Of course I got into a wreck, or I started a fight, or, I spilled my drink on my dog, whatever. Expect some weird stuff today, but don't blame it on Friday the 13th or 2020. Blame it on the people. Just anyways, be safe, guys and gals. I really want you to be safe out there. Please, social distance. I know it sucks, but social distance. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Dry them. Brush your teeth, please, guys and gals. Brush your teeth. Not important for the pandemic, but important for the rest of us that are in close proximity. And, of course, have some hand sanitizer. We'll get through this. And like I predicted, all of a sudden, the vaccine is going to start appearing. There's going to be big news for a vaccine after the elections. Oh, no. What's going on? Vaccines that are 90% effective already being declared? This is crazy. It's like I'm psychic or something. All right. Anyways, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Please be careful. And I will see you tonight on Havoc Maker Studio. Yes, we will be live tonight painting stuff. I've got pirates from Blood and Plunder. I've got some Thousand Suns that are going to be worked on. And I do have Ultron from Marvel Crisis Protocol. So it's going to be a long show tonight. It's going to be a 3-hour show, and I'm going to be doing each of those 3 different game systems, each of those different models, and basically start to finish hour stints. So expect a long show tonight. Pop in whenever you want, and we'll be working on each of those 3 different games. So like I said, Warhammer 40,000, Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Blood and Plunder. We will be tinkering with all those models tonight because why not? All right, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. It really does help. Make sure you hit the follow button down below here. Head over to Havoc Maker Studio. I'll put that link up one more time here on Twitch. Hit that follow button, get those notifications, and we'll have a good time tonight just kind of chilling out. Let me check out the chat real quick here. All right, chat is blowing up. Let's see, not sure about the Marine one, but the Necron Fortification has 4 to 6 special rules as well. Okay, that makes sense. Today is payday. Awesome. Congrats. It's Friday the 13th, of course. I threw my back out. Well, that's too bad. Anyways, you guys have a good time. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys later on tonight on Havoc Maker Studio. We're gonna have some fun painting and chatting. And if you guys do have any questions, or you're like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Can you demonstrate? I'll sure as hell do it. I'll talk to you guys later. My name is John. This is the FMP Morning Show. You guys have a wonderful weekend.